Dow is down 0.59%, nasdaq slightly up on the day 0.26%, S&P down 0.19%, Russell 2000 down on the day 0.75%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top: communication services, technology, consumer cyclical, consumer defensive. On bottom, energy taking a massive beating today. I think Chevron and XOM both down on the day. Real estate, basic materials, utilities, healthcare. And here on stock market map, what we got: Chevron down almost 4%, and also XOM down over 1.5%. Now, big names like Meta up 2%. It was down in the morning. Google up 1%. Netflix once again shining up 1.5%. Tesla slightly in the green. Amazon up 1.27%. And the big rally was led by Nvidia stock, up almost 4% on the day. But I think that is a relief rally. It's not going to go too far. Intel down, AMD down, but Nvidia once again rallying today. Microsoft slightly up on the day, 0.92%, and also Apple stock. And we played, and I'm going to share some of those plays. And it was absolutely a great day, especially for day traders. Early in the morning, gap up, and then everything turning green. And here's a beautiful trade that I took this morning, and this is the only one. We also played Apple today, buying that dip and selling out at 173. But Tesla was, guys, one of the best trade this morning. Yes, I got in close to 206, went under, and then what happened, guys? Massive rally, came back up, and this thing definitely paid. Depending on what expiration you got, I actually picked up next week, and those were up almost 100%. But even if you got this date right here, you still made 50 to 70% on Tesla, and that was a really nice trade, especially when things are getting really oversold and you pick up at the lows. You're going to make money. Now, Apple is another trade. I don't have it here, but trades like this one will always come every day pretty much in my group. So if you're interested, check out the link below down in description for Patreon, and you do get live trading. So this was actually live, and when I got in, I called it out right here. And this is my X account, and if you're on there, you can also give me a follow. I do post a lot of things right here on my X account. And now let's get right into SPY ETF. So what's happening here on SPY ETF? Things are not looking good for the bulls. Now, we did play SPY today and sold for a nice profit. We got out really early, like 420 we got out. And this thing went over 300%. So this was another nice play, but we left a lot of money on the table. Now on SPY ETF, what's happening? We saw a big pop getting over daily 200-day moving average, and that is just above 422. So I would say you need to see SPY above 423, and that would be sitting over daily 200-day moving average. And once we get above that, watch out for 425, 427, and then 430. Until then, guys, this is not a good looking candle, especially the way it is right now, because we got a big jump to the upside, and the sellers doing a great job finishing it, at the end, especially down on the day. So nothing big here on SPY ETF. I mean, we're still trading below daily 200-day moving average, and things, never really go well below daily 200-day moving average. So we're not looking bullish, but I think if we can actually hold right here, and this could be a double bottom, then watch out for that breakout. Right now, the only thing, it's actually below daily 200-day moving average. But I think the only thing holding between bull and bear market, especially on SPY ETF, and especially a deep bear market starting this year, and that is that monthly support around 416 to 417, where we saw a bounce today. So if that gives up, we got unfinished business down here, 407 gap, 401 gap, and things can really get ugly quickly here on SPY ETF. So watch out for that. 420, yes, there is a support, And below that, watch out for 416 to 417. To the upside, it needs to get over 423, 425, and then 427. And I would like to see it personally above 430. That would be more bullish. But right now, I mean, look at the volume today. Whatever volume we got today, first of all, it's not enough. And then sellers doing a great job in bringing it down from the highs today. So that is looking extremely bearish going into tomorrow. So watch out for the support at 420 and 417 to 416. And to the upside, 423, 425, 427, 430. On triple Q, slightly up green on the day, but nothing big today. It was up actually almost 1% and now gave away all the gains and pretty much flat on the day. But unlike SPY, IWM, and Dow Jones, not closing at a new low, where SPY ETF closing at a new low and making actually a new low today. And same thing goes for IWM. So triple Q needs to get above 360 and then at 362. That would be more bullish for more upside. Right now, 355, yes, that is a support down here. And if that gives up down here, and that is 350. And soon as you see triple Q taking out 350, guys, that's going to trigger a big sell-off right here on NASDAQ. And you're going to see this gap right here getting filled from NVIDIA earning right here, 333. And that's a long way down from 355 right now. That's another 20-25 bucks. So be careful. I mean, it's holding right now, and I think only thing that is looking strong right now, that is NASDAQ. And if this thing gives up, nobody's going to stop this market from falling even more. And bear market can really get ugly if this thing gives up this support 350. So watch out for a bounce, a snapback on all the indices. And if you don't see that, things are going to get really worse. So this head and shoulder pattern, a full measured move on IWM was 164-ish. And we hit that today. We saw a bounce, a retracement back up. But look at this candle. I mean, there is no buying on IWM and holding. Anything they see, they're shorting. Any bounce they see, they're just chopping it off right here, guys. I mean, this is looking really nasty on IWM. And this is going to be the last big level of support on IWM. And that is right here between 164 and 162. Because if that gives up, we could be going down to like 152, 153. And that's a long way down. And this one also getting extremely oversold, but things are not looking good for the small caps. Tomorrow, this is going to be the same level to watch as the support 164. And if this thing can actually break above 170, that is going to be a level to watch. You could see some more upside or possibly a big short squeeze all the way up to 172.62. We still have this gap. I mean, if you draw a trend line from the top, we never actually came back up to retest this down trend line on IWM. So this one definitely, I mean, it's free fall, guys. I mean, unless you're going long term, if you're going long term, this is a great opportunity to buy small caps. But look at this. I mean, we got a bit of a bounce, and where we got rejected, that same level that we held before right here around 167, 168, and pretty much closing at a new low and making a new low today, which is 164.65. So that is not bullish. You want to see IWM above 170. Yes, 167 also a resistance, but I would say 170, the level needs to break, and then you could see some upside. Until then, I mean, this is it. 164, 162, a key level to watch, because below that, you could see a lot more downside and a long way down, like I said, close to 152, 153 on IWM. On Dow Jones ETF down 0.5% and not making a new low and also not closing at a new low today, which is a good signal at least for now. But of course, it's not green on the day. We never got a big bounce and closing at the lows right here at lower Bollinger Band, that is not bullish. The next support below this Bollinger Band right here, 329, 326, and then 318. We need a snapback early as this week. And that can come with those big earnings. But what if earnings are bad? Then watch out, guys. I mean, things can get really ugly in a quick time. To the upside, it needs to get above 333, 335 to 336, and that would be getting above all these moving averages right here. And then watch out for a move up to 340 right here on Dow Jones. On VIX, it's down 6.17%, and what we saw in the market. I mean, VIX coming down because it was overbought, but market not really going anywhere. And this thing, once again, after getting a flush under 20, again going back up at the end and holding $20 as a support. And look at this, making actually higher highs and getting up to a new high, which is $23 right here on VIX. So that is looking bullish in the short term. This mini uptrend right here also holding on VIX. And the key thing is holding above 20, and that is why this market not looking good. Now, if this thing was actually coming down, I was really happy to see VIX getting crushed below 20. But then what happened, guys? Boom, this thing went back up and now holding 20. So tomorrow, above 20, anything can happen on VIX. This thing can spike back up to 23, and who knows, this thing can go much higher. Below 20, right now we got big support at 20. 5-day moving average right here also sitting at 20. So this is going to be key level to watch. And only if this thing can stay under 20, then watch out for a pullback down to 18 bucks. So the TNX down 1.75%, and when I look at this chart, it tells me that maybe there is a chance we could see a big rally in this market, and still possible. And why? I mean, we got a big bearish engulfing candle, and this is not bullish on TNX. And if this thing dips, we're going to see market ripping higher. We got this gap down here around 47, so we could see that now it's trading below 49. Finally broke below 5-day moving average right here. So watch out for this gap to get filled at 47 and some change. And then we never actually retested this breakout and this gap right here. So, I mean, if this thing gets down to 43, 45 right here, that could give a lot more energy to S&P 500 and especially NASDAQ to move higher, and we could see a big rally in the market. But things at this moment are not looking good. I mean, this one finishing down almost 2%, and guess what? Market actually did nothing except, some big names going up like Microsoft, Meta, Google, and then especially Nvidia going up almost 4%. So keep that in mind. I mean, this candle can change. We get a bullish looking candle tomorrow like this, then yes, I mean, this was a just a one-day thing. But looking at this candle, I think this one can come down possibly a bit more.